Some people say it lacks replay value.
Nah, cap.
Well, certain tracks I won't play over and over again. Okay, anyway, let me pick out a few. I like this. I like this.
This is just my personal taste. I personally wouldn't look for Whacked Out. But if it plays on my Pandora, if it's getting played, while I'm listening, I won't skip it. But I'm not looking for Whacked Out. That's just me personally. I like the song. It's not bad. It's not trash. But I wouldn't search for it. But if it's being played, I'll listen to it.
Yesterday, somebody wrecked out my mural. The energy will make you niggas move to Europe, but it's regular.
Okay. Too deep in the sense that you're gonna get drowned out by like the content and just drowned away with lyrics. I think it's surface level enough, deep enough, and I think it's a roundabout, balanced way to help throw alley-oop for some other guys, and also put it like this: Drake has dropped, and I hate to compare to Drake, but let's talk Drake, right? Drake essentially dropped about like 7-8 tracks, right? Hey, so Drake is dropping music still after the battle in his own way. Is he taking shots? Some of them he is. Yeah, Kendrick could drop music too. Like, we got to hold both artists to a standard of, yes, they might have gotten to the biggest rap beef of all time. They're probably still going to diss each other for a long time. They might not squash it or ever squash it, but at least they get to drop further music. And I've been, I'll be a hypocrite to be like, well, why did he drop this? When I've been saying he's Kawhi Leonard. I've been saying he don't put out music frequently enough. He doesn't do more enough. And I think that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I think this was good. And I think this was serviceable and passable. I fuck with it. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just being fair. I think we can get on all platforms now. I think the bail hearing for Diddy's about to start shortly.
And you know what? Drake, how many songs has Drake came out with? Drake has came out with a mixtape, low key. Kendrick came out with 12 songs. Drake has released about 12 songs. So low key, Drake has already released a mixtape, but he just did it in bits and pieces. And all of them flopped. None of them hit. So compared to Drake songs that he released, damn near a mixtape, 16 songs? Drake has dropped 16 songs since the beef. Kendrick has dropped 13, because you would have to add Watch the Party Die. So after the beef, after Heart Part 6, which was Drake's last song, that was the end of the beef when Heart Part 6 came out. Drake has made about 16, 14 songs. Kendrick just dropped this, and plus the other song that he made, Watch the Party Die. So that's 13 songs. Oh, Kendrick is mollywhopping Drake again. So not only did Kendrick beat him in the battle, but after battle, he whooping his ass again. Every song that Drake has made was a flop. But the song that Kendrick has dropped, doing numbers, people speaking highly of it. So once again, Kendrick won round 1 and round 2. Because y'all remember when Akaemiks said that we gonna win round 2? No, you're not. Kendrick won the rap battle, pre-battle, and after battle. All right, during the battle and after the battle. So round 2, Kendrick, you're the victorious. Victory. Round 2 goes to Kendrick Lamar again. All right.
And I'm not playing no more music, so we can get on all platforms. Let me just do that real quick. Woke up looking for the broccoli. Like that song. Well, I like the intro part of it. Here we go. We're live on the Academy. We're live on King Akaemiks. All right.
Talk to me nice, Act. Talk to me nice, Act.
All right. All good. Yeah, y'all can do a poll. I would love to see y'all do a poll. Could y'all run a poll to let me know what y'all think? Kind of want to get on Discord for a second to see what y'all are feeling about it. I can't sit here and in good conscience tell you this is whack. For me to say that would be me lying. And at the end of the day, I love music, even if I have my favorites on one side. And I don't think it's whack. I don't think it's whack. Okay? It kept me interested. He threw a few jabs. He was still saying some shit. I'm wondering why YG wasn't on the album. We saw Well, there's a lot of people that didn't make the album still, right? Because we didn't hear Schoolboy Q. But it might be saving. Again, I'm thinking of GNX as a tape, right? I'm thinking of it like a mixtape. So I'm guessing he's gonna still have an album. Now, is the album gonna drop before the Super Bowl or after it? I would probably say after, right after the immediate aftermath. And that one's gonna be the really produced, like, new wave of Kendrick. And I would imagine that we would see some of the things we ain't see on this one, right? A lot more. You know, a Kendrick album is a cohesive body of work from if we could just go off history and experience with Kendrick. It's really cohesive. Okay, so seeing the intros and outros blended. As a matter of fact, you know, just hit me up, AD. Let me get AD online. I get AD online.
AD, okay. AD about to pop through. Salute to AD.
Let me see.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like, let's get it right. Salute to everybody in the chat. Okay. We gonna definitely have to do a part 2. So yeah, I won't be able to finish all of this. We will definitely do a part 2 tomorrow. So I'm gonna get done with this live stream and then I'll be back tomorrow to do part 2.
Okay. Let me see. Where's AD? AD hit me and said it was album of the year. Holy. Welcome, everybody. If you guys are tuning in via YouTube, we just listened to Kendrick Lamar's album on Twitch. We could listen to it on YouTube, but he dropped an impromptu album called GNX. And 12 songs. Didn't list any features, but he did have features. And yeah, essentially, we listened to it. Okay, he'll come back. Essentially, I kind of came up with a rating of, it's probably, for me, it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 12 in songs that I think are passable and good. And yeah, I got to give credit and props for that. Here we go.
All right, what's the deal?
What's going on, brother?
Come on, man. It's a good day. West side, west side.
Man, can I ask one personal question before I ask the rest?
No. Before you ask a personal question, you got to retract what you said.
About what?
You said Dot wasn't going to give none of them niggas on stage no features. He put all the young homies on from the city on the album.
Well,
big facts. Come on. No, don't be stuttering. Don't be because you was running with that narrative for like about 4 months. We don't, no. Just say, okay, yes. Kendrick, yes. Kendrick did exactly what I said that he wouldn't do. Because, man, he was running with that narrative every single day. Yeah, all the people was blood walking. Y'all was crip walking. Y'all was y'all saving. Kendrick don't fuck with none of you. You say that Kendrick don't fuck with nobody. He ain't gonna show nobody no love. Kendrick ain't gonna do no features. That's what the narrative that you was pushing. So come on, man. You can't tootsie slide your way out of this, boy. Come on.
This is what I would say. I think I'll say something better. I think we encourage him to do that. I don't care why he did it, but he did do it. So I'll give him credit for doing it. So, and I thought that was a great look. I thought it was a great look, even though he could have still named them on the songs because we got to do some Googling, but fans do that anyway. But I do think that was a good look. That was a good look, AD.
And then, too, like, you know, the little homie Siete on there, too. So I know you weren't familiar with him. That's my little homie on the section. You know what I mean?
Okay. What song are they on?
He on Dodger Blue. He got Wally the Sensei on there. He got Roddy Rich on that motherfucker. And shout out, bro, he got a lot of young talent out there. He got Young Threat on there. He got Dodie Six on there. He got Lefty Gunplay.
Lefty's on there?
He got Hitter J3 on that motherfucker. He got AZ Chike, who also made Schoolboy Q album as well, too. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dope people from the city on the album.
And do you think the culture bullied Kendrick into doing that? Or did he want to do it? Because there was for a second, people were saying, yo, you got all this clout, but you're not sharing it with nobody. People are showing up on your behalf, but you're not showing up on theirs. People's albums coming out, you're not even tweeting it. You're not even really doing anything. How do you...
He's still trying to push his narrative. He's still trying to push it, boy. He ain't gonna stop busy. Act. Just take this L, bro. Take the L and just accept it, all right?
Do you think that this was a Kendrick idea, or he saw like, yo, you know, because there was some backlash out there in the community. Not the community, but like there was backlash in the hip-hop community.
No, but that's the thing. This shit, like...
No, it was backlash from you. You was the only one saying that shit. You was the one. Wasn't nobody else saying it. It was you talking about the hip-hop community. Nigga, it was you. Don't be blaming other people because you got exposed for running with a bullshit-ass narrative. Nigga, it was you.
A lot of this stuff been in the works for a long time.
Really?
Like he's been wanting to, like, you know, put certain people on, and, you know, certain people behind the scenes already knew. I know my little homie, he had to sign an NDA and stuff like that too. So it was a lot of stuff that was coming. I mean, look, you gotta think about it, bro. As an artist, you about to do the Super Bowl. He could have kept it all about himself. He said, let me put the next generation of West Coast artists on. And to me, that speaks volumes, especially for everybody in the city.
That is
and
dope.
for everybody, for every other region as well too, to do the same in return.
That is dope. I do have one thing I would ask with that, but before I ask that, is this an album or a mixtape? I term it as a mixtape. I don't think this is his official next album. I think this is a good thing to drop off to hold us over for 2 to 3 months before the Super Bowl. He puts on a bunch of artists. Yeah, we still get a couple big features on there. Roddy appears on there. We see SZA on there, but he's kind of like giving back, right? He dropped a few songs. He's saying some shit on it. But when we think about a Kendrick drop or a rollout, I don't think this is an album. I think it's a mixtape. What say you?
I think it's an album. It sounds complete like an album. It's just dope. I mean, like, just listening to it 2 or 3 times, just all the way from start to finish, like it's a representation of where we at in the city right now. To me, it's the soundtrack of Los Angeles right now. It's dope as hell. You know what I mean? And I've been arguing with niggas all day on Twitter. They're like, all right, man. I'm like, look, we riding for the homie today, man. I better get used to that shit.
Okay, so replay value wise, that's another thing. That's one critique I've had with Kendrick at times. Sometimes this project won't have much replay value. I do think there's some joints on here that people will play over. By the way, my favorite joint is the one where he's doing, it's like the Tupac inspired one.
That's fire, the reincarnated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he got some bangers on here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, all that's going to do, especially in Los Angeles, that stadium music, you're going to be hearing that shit at the games. You know what I mean? Like, when you come to the West Side, you're going to hear these songs in rotation. Like, I can hear that Squabble Up. That's going to be one of those ones. He got some real bangers on there. The Squabble Up is one of the ones. The TV Off is one of the ones. The Peekaboo. All them songs is like, you feel me? When you go to a Laker game, you're going to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? The upcoming Dodger games next season, you're going to hear that. Like, all the sporting events, you're going to hear that. And that's going to incentivize the club as well, too. So, yeah, it's a soundtrack.
Hey, the Dodgers won the World Series.
Yeah, definitely. I can hear these songs being all over TikTok, being played through the NFL games, halftime, ESPN, NBA. Like, this has definitely a mainstream marketing value.
Is LA on a win streak? Is California officially back?
I mean, I don't think LA ever left. It's just I just feel like mostly everybody got us fucked up when it came down to the music side. Niggas like, we don't fuck with West Coast music. People say shit like that. I feel like the South has been running it for a long time, and Kendrick, like, no bullshit. Like, he's the savior of what the fuck that shit stands for in the city. You know what I'm saying? So just with this beef and what that shit did, and just ignited people in LA to champion each other more.
Okay, and then I guess the thing I was going to ask you was, so Kendrick has gotten this, and this is definitely nitpicking, and this is not necessarily my opinion at this moment because I think he did a great job throwing a lot of alley-oops. He threw mad alley-oops, and I like to give, if I gave criticism, I like to give credit. He did that, right? But some people would say that when he's throwing alley-oops, he never throws an alley-oop to a nigga who's like in that lyrical box like him. You ever heard that? We're like he's not going to put on another conscious lyrical rapper. He'll put on, you know what I mean? Some.
That's not true. They ain't heard of West Side Boogie?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, bro, it's literally, if he sees somebody, and I would say this too, behind the scenes, a lot of stuff is not said or broadcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even behind the scenes, if he sees somebody working, he'll give encouraging words. I've seen him do that shit with a lot of people. He's done that with myself as well too, where people don't have to broadcast that shit too. So if he sees you working, he's going to sit there and dim the light on people and shit like that too. But everything don't have to be televised. Everybody ain't doing that shit for clout. You know what I'm saying?
He has this one line where he says, I'll try to get the line right. But
on Whacked Out Murals?
Yeah, I think it was on Whacked Out Murals, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was, let me see. He says, tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker. I didn't like that line. I'm gonna tell you why. It feels like, number one, I think he's aiming at Drake. But number two, I think he's, I went on a rant last night about J. Cole, and I'm like, one thing I just can't get with J. Cole, anytime he tells us he want it feels like he's saying what we want him to say. That's not his true demeanor, not his heart. One thing I do like about Kendrick, and even Drake, both of them, they're artists that they bask in being the best, and they want to be the best, and legacy-wise, and now everything goes down, they want to be known as the great.
State Farm is in big trouble. So apparently 80% of auto insurance payments go straight to the insurance.
If not of all time, of this era, and I always respect an artist that they're, like, I don't look at that as hate. Now, I do think Kendrick's a hater, but I don't look at that as hate. You're supposed to want to be.
He tell you he's a hater.
Yeah.
He tell you that.
Yeah, but I don't think that part is hate. Like, want to be the best isn't hate. It's like the irrational Drake jabs. I'm like, yo, he really don't like this guy. Okay.
Man, listen, it's the competitive spirit of hip hop. If niggas are saying, hey, this is the guy that we comparing you to the number one, I mean, in competitive spirit, you're gonna take out who number one is, right? Or at least go for him in any type of capacity. And that's just, and when 10, 15, 20 years go by, they're gonna keep talking about these moments and stuff like that and who the people were, bro. This is the Mike Tysons and the Evander Holyfields of this era right now. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this question. Do you believe that, well, you texted me this. You said this is album of the year.
It's album of the year, for sure. For us, for sure.
The album's been out an hour.
Don't matter. It's the feeling, man.
It's the feeling. Okay, another thing, and I'm probably gonna think about these things later. Kendrick has been really good on any announcement, any drop, even video releases. They're always very specific to the date. Like, it's not like he's dropping randomly. Now, I do get today's a Friday, but I'm wondering if dropping now as opposed to next week or whenever, the timing on this, he's been really calculated and clever with that. I'm wondering if this is significant at all.
It could be though, but I just wish the Lakers would won yesterday. That'd make it even better.
No, the Lakers got a good team. They got a good rookie.
Damn, they have a great team.
Damn. All right. Yo, do you think that this is a victory lap of sorts? Like, you know, I mean, they said that at Popeye.
Well, bro, this is literally, bro. Like, you know, like even what Dot is doing with the tempos and the beats and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's giving y'all the essence of what people are saying. Our beats sound the same. Our this is this and this is that. And he's doing it at a masterful level and putting people on from the city while he's doing that too. So, I mean, he just solidified. He didn't have to have his spot solidified. It was already solidified, but he solidified, you know, his reign on the West Coast even crazier. And this is the reason why they passed him the torch.
Why every single time he talking to someone, he always texting somebody at the same damn time? What is he doing? Every time he talk to someone, it seems like he taking screenshots, like he doing something. What he like texting? What's he doing on that phone while he talking to somebody? He do that every single time. Every time he has somebody on the line, he always seem like he taking screenshots or he texting somebody else. I don't know, something up with that damn orange phone. He does that every time. I don't know. Is he taking a screen? I don't know what is he talking to somebody? Is he texting Drake? Okay, Drake is hitting him up and telling him to ask these questions or something? Like, what is he doing? He does that every time. Every time he's on a conversation, he's texting somebody. He's always seem like he's screenshotting something. Seem like he's, I don't know, something. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't trust it. In the first place, because, you know, I ain't never thought that I would hear Dot on. Now, see, like, why does he keep on hitting? Is he taking a screenshot? Like, what? I don't think this is a Apple phone, right? But I know when you take screenshots, you got to hit the power and like the side at the something. Is he taking screenshots? What is he doing? I don't know. It's because he always hits the top of the phone at the same time with something else. I don't know. I don't trust him. He's doing something.
Records like this, and he's doing it at a high level, so it's just crazy. It's a good day. It's a good day for LA, man. Shout out to all the artists, shout out to everybody. Just to support hip hop in 2024. Our shit was dry as hell for a long time. And
what is he doing? Is he taking screenshots?
Hip hop in general. Now, you know, we got some type of igniting with this shit now. Everybody been able to talk about this shit. There's a lot of dope albums that came out. You feel me? But we here now.
All right, man. All right, I'm gonna see the fallout of this. I'm pretty sure he's hid some gems in there. Yo, that pop song. You gotta
talk to the OEC thing too. I want you to link with him. He really doing his thing.
Okay. All right. No, I'm gonna link y'all. I'm gonna check it out. Definitely. Yeah. Put us on for real.
Okay, I got you, bro.
All right,
bro. All right.
What up?
Decent album, man. Decent album. Is it an album or a tape? It feels more tapey.
You said it feels more like, to me it feels like a tape. But here's the thing.
I like that it doesn't have a concept really either.
Well, it's supposed to be like that though. It's supposed to be, drop some shit whenever you want. I like that fact, right? Like we're supposed to get music by these guys, in a frequent pace where we can see they're dropping music. You know what I mean? Like these guys are they're not supposed to not release music. You had the best year. Everybody, he got the rap artist of the year from Apple Music. He put out 5 songs or 5, songs and features. Come on, you got to do a little bit more. So him dropping this tape, I actually like it. I do like it. Okay, and I see a lot of people. I see a lot of Drake fans hitting me. I think they wanted me to shit on it. I get we're in this politics era, and I keep calling this the election, where it's like, if you're a Democrat, you can't admit that a Republican said anything you agree with because you're just on your side. So it's almost like gangbanging damn near. But in reality, bro, this was kind of. And I see some people say it's better than, or Untitled Master is better than this. Well, Untitled Master is a very integral. Like I always said, To Pimp a Butterfly, I ranked it high, but it had low replay value. This is Kendrick trying to also find that good medium of songs you guys could listen to over and over, and then songs with a message that is probably deep or heavy that you might not listen to all the time. And I think the best way is to find balance. I think he's trying to find balance, if you ask me. So I know some Drake fans wanted me to shit on it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's good. I think it's a good tape, right? Now, if this was his album, I'd probably say it's a little bit above average, but it doesn't come nowhere close to how those albums are kind of being critically acclaimed, right? Like for example, Good Kid, Mad City. And I mean, yes, it might have more replay value than To Pimp a Butterfly or Untitled Mastered, but definitely those albums like To Pimp a Butterfly is a just legitimate classic when you think about the quintessentials of what makes a good album. So, hey, fans, we gotta step back for a second and realize that these guys are gonna be throwing shots at each other for the foreseeable future, but we are winning when they're both giving us music, right? The overt diss songs is over. Like, yes, he dissed Drake a couple times, but he's kind of just gloating about his win. Like, I strangled the goat or whatever the case is. As any rapper would do. Like, this is another thing I gotta say to Drake fans. We can't be that sensitive about it, right? You know what I mean? Like, when Drake came off beating Meek, like all summer 16, like he was bragging about he's just on that type of mode, right? Like, and people were like, damn, this is the energy we like. It's all good. So, you know what I mean? I'm not that much, I don't care for the fact that he's dissing Drake in a sense of saying, oh, it's whack. And also, I'm going to be honest, if I was him, I would do the same. He sprinkled in enough sneak disses or little jabs at Drake to keep you interested. There was nothing that was too overtly like, oh, I'm only talking about Drake, but that is part of his story. He constantly sprinkled it in there to keep your interest. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, reincarnated, TV off.
Okay. All right.
I like the singy songs too. That little vibe, you know what I'm saying? Little Sunday morning driving on the coastline, you know what I'm saying?
So
it's smooth. I feel like the closest album I can relate it to is Damn, just like sonically, but I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Damn or as poignant, maybe.
No, Damn was also a heavy hitter. This was
Damn had some shit on there that made me cry. I ain't gonna lie.
30% of this, if you ask me, was to pay off some debts. You know, I do think that conversation was starting to get a little bit louder. Like, yo, bro, while everybody's waiting hands and knees for you, yo, we're not doing as good as you. We're struggling. We don't have eyes and ears and attention on us. I remember everyone was like, nah, the payoff was y'all even coming on stage. And I was like, yo, do you realize that? I had to even Google that some of these guys on this album were on the concert. So people do forget. The best way is to do a collab, right? The best way is to share a song together with these people. And I think he did it. And I think he kind of paid off a lot of debts that I thought that he just naturally owed for a lot of people getting his back, or not even getting his back, but really just standing in solidarity in that moment with them, even if it was under the banner of West Coast. So I think, you know, Kendrick is doing what we've also accused him of doing, of using everybody to win a beef, which I think he definitely used that West Coast stuff to win a beef. And he's now saying, yo, listen, I'm trying to help the West Coast. He's helping popularize certain sounds and giving artists a platform. I can't be mad at something that I criticized him for doing that he immediately addressed. I just can't. I gotta be fair.
This shit seems calculated act.
Alarmed by high energy bills and upcoming gas shortages, this new invention keeps you warm for almost zero.
I don't know, man.
It's supposed to feel calculated. What with Kendrick isn't calculated? I guess that's what I would say to you.
Yeah.
I mean, when you operate.
He just can't help himself, right? He just give him all these backhanded compliments. All these backhanded compliments. Golly, bro. Like, just give Kendrick his props. You ain't got to sneak diss him at the same. Just say, all right, Kendrick, you got me. All right, you got me. You know, you proved me wrong. That's it. You ain't got to then start doing little jabs, little uppercuts, little. Stop, man. Stop with these backhanded compliments.
In a high performing business, you gotta. This
nigga's different, bro.
My question is, do you think this changes the Super Bowl lineup for the songs?
No.
You said
No.
Do you think this would change the Super Bowl lineup as far as like the songs he uses for the Super Bowl? I think that's what's most interesting to him.
Well, I do think Squabble Up might make it to the Super Bowl. But I don't think any of these songs will make it to the Super Bowl. I think Squabble Up will be the one. If anyone, like, Squabble Up would probably get like a little 10-second play in the Super Bowl. I think that might, but any other that, nah. Kendrick has too deep of a catalog to put any of these songs on the Super Bowl. You know, maybe the mustard part, probably the mustard part, but that would just be like a quick little 5-second mustard. If he did that, it would be like a quick little 5-second, 10-second thing. I don't think he would perform any songs on here like a full song, you know. It would be just a little quick little 10-second little, you know, boom bow.
Before the Super Bowl rather than after?
No, I don't think none of these songs are going to matter to that. I think that's already set in stone. I've seen people argue, will Kendrick Lamar perform Not Like Us? He'd be a fool not to perform Not Like Us, right? He got to get through that part where at least where it goes A minor that he cuts out, right? He doesn't even have to say A minor. Let the fans say cut out there. And I'm just thinking about a really dope performance. Like, they're saying you deserve the Super Bowl. Of course, you're a great performer, but you deserve it because this was your year in terms of how hot you were. What made you that hot? Okay, the beef overall, but particularly that song is the biggest song. To not perform it or to just play the beat then move on, or just do the chorus then move on, that's like a slap in the face. You got to do that in the verse and all that other shit. What you said?
I was saying when Kendrick was talking about I ain't with the peace treaties and shit, you feel like he was talking about Future and Metro, or like he was just speaking like towards that?
I don't think he wrote that after this recent news came out, but I think just overall, he's saying I ain't with that bullshit, period. Like, I'm not, I think he's just realizing that some people, after we've left that moment, they're down to kind of tone the vibes down because they're saying, nah, I don't really hate Drake like that. If anything, he's telling me, no, I do hate Drake like that. I don't like that nigga still. I ain't only feel that way.
Nah, Kendrick really don't like Drake. I think that nigga actually hate Drake. I think he really like despises Drake. I don't think Kendrick is doing this for play. Nah, I really think he don't like that nigga at all.